everyone, and welcome to Jammin Jukebox Radio Show. I am your host, DJ Delta Dawn, and I'm so very glad to be here with you. It is Friday Eve, Weekend Eve, however you want to look at it. Tomorrow is Friday. The weekend is coming, and I love this time of the week, as I know many of you do. I hope it's been a great week for you guys. It has been for us. We got a big weekend of things planned ourselves, and I hope that you do too. And so what better way to end our great week we've had here on Jammin Jukebox than with a couple guys from a band that I just recently kind of stumbled upon on social media and checked out their music, and I was like, oh, wow, we got to get these guys on. They're really good, and I'm telling you, they've got a legion of fans on Facebook and on Twitter, and they're just really doing some great things with music, and love their song that they've got out called Anonymous. Anonymous, I think, is a anonymous song. I'm going to ask them about this title to clarify because I've been a little confused because I think I'm saying it wrong, but maybe not. But if you are a fan of Linus The Moon, then you're going to enjoy hearing from these guys. They are our special guests this evening. We've got Randy and Chris joining us. Hello, guys.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi.
Hola. How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. And Chris, how are you doing?
Yeah, we're doing. It's not really sunny in Philadelphia right now. It's kind of raining. It's not always sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah, rainy.
Well, story of our life here in North Carolina today. It's been rainy off and on. So it's, I don't mind rain, but in the summertime here, it's horrible. I hate it. So, but I understand Philadelphia is getting hit with heat waves and stuff this summer. Is that so?
It's either way too hot or it's raining. That's pretty much every day.
My gosh. Yeah. Well, a coworker of mine, we were talking the other day, we were talking about how the north, the Philly, the New York area is just getting scorching heat, and here in North Carolina, we usually get the scorching heat during the summer. It's almost like we traded weather patterns or something with you guys. I don't get it. I mean, we've had more rain this year. Usually we're in a drought all summer, and it's just been the weirdest weather we have had, and I couldn't tell you how long. And not that I'm complaining. I'm loving the 80s and low humidity thing, but, it's weird. Yeah. I'm thinking something, the bottom's going to drop or something,
we gotta move down there then.
Well, I'm telling you, all those years where you guys have had decent summers, we're just getting to enjoy it. But it'll probably be short-lived. We'll be back to drought in 95 and 4,000 degrees humidity next summer. I mark my word on that. So, well, I want to welcome you guys in because, as I was saying in the intro, when I kind of happened upon you guys on social media, got your music, via email, I was just like, wow, how come I haven't heard of these guys before? Linus The Moon. Cool band name, by the way. But I want to kind of start out by talking a little bit about how you guys came to be as a band and just how you arrived at your musical style that you have, because it's good stuff, by the way.
Yeah, well, probably about, it's been like 10 years ago, I'm roughly guesstimating there, we put together a band called In the Fire, which was me, Chris, and the bass player from Linus The Moon were all in this band, and we had a good run. We were together for about 5 or 6 years. We did 2 tours over in Europe. So things were going very well for us over in Europe. We were doing pretty well in the States, but not good enough, you know what I mean? But after 6 years, we were just like running out of steam. So we kind of split up for a time, and I think it was like a year. And I just continued writing songs. And before I knew it, I had like a batch of songs I wanted to start recording. And when I went to the studio to do that, I invited Chris along. I invited Dan, the bass player, along. Actually, we were recording at the bass player's house. And before we knew it, we had a band again. And, we recruited a really good drummer named John Pebbles. And, then it was just like recording, and now we start talking about, hey, let's start playing, and now we need a name, and so that's how it all came about pretty much, and so here we are.
Well, I'm glad I'm glad that you're here because I really like your sound and I like your music. And the thing that I love about your band is that we've needed a sound like this on the scene for a while now. I mean, there's a lot of indie rock bands out there that are just doing their thing, and it's, you know, I don't know if I'm just so over mainstream music and the same repetitious type sound, no matter what genre is coming from. But what you guys have put out, and so many of the indie rock bands are doing, is just new and it's different, but yet it's familiar. And I'm telling you, fans of you guys, and I'm a fan, by the way, are just loving it because it's like it's lost, and you guys are bringing it back.
Yeah, well, you know, I think me and Chris, we're both the reason why we got along so good from day one was we were huge Beatle fans, and you know, I've always listened to classic rock growing up, Kinks, The Who, Rolling Stones, like all those bands, all the English bands mostly, and I still listen to that all the time. Like I try to listen to what's out there a lot, but I always come back to, you know, the classic.
You bought the new Ace of Base CD recently, didn't you?
Well, I wasn't going to mention that, but yeah, like bands like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing wrong with Ace of Base, and all those artists that you just named, Randy, are just, I mean, that's really what's missing, I think, from music today is that, and I love how, you know, the indie music scene is original stuff, but it seems like a lot of artists are really going back to the roots of music and drawing from that and putting together their own sound, and that's what's making the stuff so good because we miss that. I mean, we miss the days of old when rock and roll was what it was before, you know, classic rock, before you had hair band rock, and before you had alternative rock, and, you know, and they don't call it classic rock for nothing, you know. I mean, there's a reason for it, and it's just timeless. And so I love the way you guys have kind of adopted that to a point and kind of made your own sound around that, which has just created a great sound as a result.
Yeah, and so many things about the music industry has changed, as we all know, and something special about the bands back then, you know, the way they had to, you know, working their butts off, you know, to get somewhere in life. And like now there's like so many outlets, you know what I mean? It seems like it's so much easier to get your music out. But in a way, like you kind of lost that, like, you know, that, you know, how it was back then. It was just like, you know, dirt poor, you know, just traveling everywhere, just trying to get somewhere as a band. It just seems like it's a little different these days. You got shows now. You can go and, you know, all those reality shows, you know, you can, the best singers, you know, try. There's so many things now. It's just, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. It just, the music industry just changed so much. But as far as like the songwriting and stuff, it just, for me, I just write what I love. I just love to write, and I love listening to the bands from back then. And it just comes out this way, and that's what, you know, it's coming out with Linus The Moon. We're just trying to, you know, have fun with it.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I know what you're trying to say. Nowadays, if you are breathing almost, they're going to put you on a reality show, be it a singing competition. And that's not to take anything. I mean, there's been some phenomenal, very talented people that performed on those shows. But it's almost like it's too easy now because with the age of social media, you know, anybody that can halfway carry a note are putting themselves up on YouTube and they're singing covers. And it really has taken a lot away from, you know, you guys who are out there really doing the right thing with music. And, you know, and you're working so hard, you're putting your heart and soul and all your passion into your, you know, your product. And then you have some Johnny Come Lately that just pops a song on YouTube, and he gets picked up and he's worldwide sensation. I mean, it's just like it's almost like it's taken for granted by a lot of artist wannabes and even those who have been discovered via that platform. And it really has taken a lot away, but I'm thankful that you guys are staying true to the roots of what music is all about, because, you know, long after those 15 minutes of fame guys are long gone, it's bands like you that are still going to be left standing, putting out great music, because you've stuck to the roots of rock and roll, you know, and what it's all about.
Yeah.
Now, I'd have to talk about, how did you guys come up with the name Linus the Moon?
That came about with, well, we were all trying to come up with names, and we all had our lists and stuff like that, and I had the name Linus in my head for no apparent reason, so I was, like, trying to make sense, and I liked the way it sounded, and so between me and my wife, we came up with Linus the Moon or Linus and the Moon or whatever, but still I was like, well, but, you know, I like the sound of it. What does it mean? So I Googled it, you know, just to see if, you know, anyone already had that name or whatever, and I came up with scientists discovered an asteroid, and this asteroid was so big that it had its own moon that orbited it. So they named the asteroid Calliope after the Greek goddess of music and rhythm and rhyme, and she had a son named Linus who she taught everything to about music and song. So they named the asteroid Calliope, and the moon they named Linus after her son. So the name came about as an accident, and when I Googled it, I found that there was a huge story about it behind it. So after realizing that, I was like, well, it's pretty much fate, you know, we got to be called Linus the Moon at this point, you know, so that's how it all came about.
Yeah, that's
that is so cool. That is so cool, because I usually ask bands, how did you get your name? And that, to me, I think that's the first time I've ever had a history lesson on how a band came up with their name. That is too cool. I mean, you know, so now every time I say Linus the Moon or I think of your band, that is what will come to mind, is the backstory. And by the way, are you guys expecting one of the other band members to call in?
No, not tonight. I don't think so. Right, Chris?
Okay.
Yeah,
there's another 215 number on. I didn't know if it was one of your other band members, so I was going to put them on.
Oh, could be.
Yeah, I don't know who that is,
Well, let me check.
Philly representing.
Jammin, Jukebox.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh. Hey, how you going?
How are you?
Hey,
I'm just calling in. I really love this band.
Oh, nice.
Oh, hi.
How are you?
How you doing?
Good.
How you doing? What's your name?
My name's Kenny.
Hey, Kenny, how are you?
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. You guys really rock, and I can't wait till your show comes to Philly next month in September, and then you're playing up in New York. I just can't wait, because you have a lot of fans in this area that just love your music.
Oh, cool. You're coming out to Dobbs in Philly?
Yes.
Nice. Oh,
yes.
Cool. I'll see you there. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, but you guys keep on doing what you're doing, because it's like the host was saying, the music is so cool, and there's a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and it's not that typical, you know, sound that's out there now.
Cool, I appreciate that.
Okay, so keep up the good work, and I'm gonna have a lot of people come out to see at Dobbs on September. What is it? I think the 17th or something, 14th.
Yeah, but we'll be back.
Yeah, definitely going to rock the house, man.
All right, thanks a lot, Ken. I'll see you there.
Okay, you take it easy. Bye bye.
All right, thanks.
Take care. Thank you.
I didn't know fans would be calling in.
Well, you know what? I usually take fan calls at the end of the show, towards the end of the show. But he had the same area as you, Randy, so I didn't know if it was one of your other bandmates. So I didn't want to leave him holding, you know. But that's great.
Yeah, right.
I'm glad they called. So how cool is that? So, well, let's talk about your current stuff that you've got out. Now, I have to ask you about this song, A Anonymous. Am I saying it correctly, or is it a small A and then Anonymous, the word is A Anonymous Song? Is that the title?
The song is actually called Anonymous. And
okay.
the working title was spelled with 2 A's, and we kind of released it that way, and it's probably going to get changed, to be honest, because it's too confusing. But the fact, it was from my wife. She was like, you got to change that name. It's just too confusing. So I was like, all right. But anyway, I spelled it that way when I was writing the song, just because of what the song is about. It's very personal. I was going through a lot of personal problems with my family, and I was actually making regular attendances to Alcoholics Anonymous. So that's where the AA came from.
Oh, okay,
So it's a lot about that. I was having some personal problems and stuff, and Anonymous came from Alcoholics Anonymous. So that's what it's. That's where AA Anonymous came from. But yeah,
well, I mean,
it's back to Anonymous.
Well, thank you for sharing that.
Confusion.
Oh, no problem. I always, song titles to me are just as intriguing as band names sometimes, because there's always a story, not only in a song itself, but sometimes in the title. So thank you for sharing that and clarifying that it is just anonymous. So anyway, well, let's talk a little bit about your music, because I have to tell you, I love Anonymous. It's a great song. It's a good song, and it's really the kind of music that I love to listen to. Are you guys currently working on some new stuff, or what have you got going on?
Yeah, we have an album.
We're working on an album
right now. Actually, we should have a due date within the next couple of months. We're thinking, what you think, late fall? Hopefully be released over in Europe, and we're working on the States right now. It seems like the States are a little bit tougher right now, but we hope to change that. In the near future.
Like I was saying earlier, it seems we have a lot of connections from our 2 tours over in Europe from our last band in the Fair, and so we still have those contacts. We're still friends with a lot of people over there, some DJs over there. So since we start recording again, we start sending over what we had just to see, what they thought, and they immediately start putting it on some stations over there as well. So because of our connections, things are going pretty quickly over there. But we're still, this is our home. This is where we really want to, kind of set up anything we can get radio-wise and stuff. It's very difficult. We would love to go over in Europe and do a tour, but it's expensive and stuff. And but we will get over there eventually. And but for now, America is our home. So we're trying to make our mark here.
Well, anything we can do to help promote, I'm a big advocate for awesome indie bands, and you guys are that. So anything we can do to help promote your music as you put it out, if you've got a particular song that you're really, promoting more than the others, just let us know. We're glad to play any and all, actually, and because we do our weekly show, Indie Artist Showcase, on Saturday nights at 7 p.m., and so we highlight, what I handpick all the music for the shows, and so I try to put the best of the best every week out there for the fans, and so anything we can do to help promote you guys, get the word out, and it's just been amazing to us. We've only been on the air a year, and we just celebrated our 1-year anniversary like a week and a half ago, and almost 750,000 people have listened to our show, streamed it, downloaded it, what have you. But, I'm excited about that, not for me, but for the fact that 750,000 people have heard the indie artists that we played on our show here. So that, for me, is where I get my excitement, is knowing that, the music is being heard. And, so, again, and our show continues to grow every time we have a new show. We just get more listeners and more downloads, and that's a good thing, because that tells me that people are really digging what we're doing, and helping promote, all indies out there any way that we can. So, so we're glad to do it and to continue to help build the momentum for you guys any and every way possible.
Yeah,
so
thanks
right
for
now,
doing what you guys are doing, man, because it's really important. Stations like yours for bands like us. It's I appreciate you guys doing what you're doing.
oh,
Keep up.
you're so welcome. I mean, music is kind of my forte. It's really my heart and soul. It's my passion, and I love just getting. I mean, every day I have new music in my inbox. People are always sending us stuff to listen to, and I love just listening to all the stuff, and because it's so creative. I mean, it's like opening a Christmas present every time I get an email because I never know what it's going to sound like, and it's just the anticipation is there, and it's so much good stuff people are putting out nowadays. But you guys are awesome, and I have no doubt that as time goes on, you will get back over to the UK. You will be touring as well as in the U.S. For sure. But I've got connections too with doing our show here, and I'll be sure to pass along who you are to those folks and say, hey, you need to check these guys out. Get them on your show, play their stuff. They're good. So. Sure, we're glad to do it. And so outside of what you are working on, have you got anything else in the works at the moment that I know you were telling the caller that you're planning to play some gigs upcoming. Can you tell the audience where those will be so if people are in your area they can get out to check you out?
Yeah, we just started, obviously we're focusing on the record right now, but we just started to, get our feet wet again with playing. And we'll be at the legendary Dobbs, which is on South Street in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Saturday, September 14th. And we'll be at the Pianos, which is on the Lower East Side, New York City, Saturday, September 28th. Right now, but we will be putting a tour in the works in the near future for the U.S. too as well.
Yeah.
So
you need to come to North Carolina, North and South Carolina. Just come on down and Virginia, and just come to North Carolina and make sure I know in advance, and I can treat you guys to a meal or something. At one of the great local restaurants where you guys are going to be playing.
Yeah, so. Right? You guys are known for your barbecue, right, North Carolina?
Yes, we are. Yes, and a few other things. Our Carolina Tar Heels, our Carolina Panthers. I mean, so yeah, we've got a lot going on here in the state. But yeah, I mean, and there's a lot of great venues that are great to play. We've got several big cities. Charlotte, Raleigh, Durham. There's some big cities here that would be great to have great venues for you to go in and play also. So when you are putting the tour together, if you decide that North Carolina is going to be on the stop list, just let us know, and if we can kind of throw you some venues your way to kind of check into, please let us know. We're glad to help.
We'll definitely do that. That sounds good.
Mm-hmm. Sure thing. Well, guys, our time is drawing near, and I can't believe it's already gone by so fast, but I am excited for all that you've got going on. I have no doubt that you're going to be the next big thing out there just because your sound is awesome, and you're just doing some really good music, and I love the fact that you're staying true to the roots of rock and roll because that's what we need. It's kind of become a lost art form because all this other type of music has kind of become front and center. But I love the fact that you guys are bringing it back and adding your own twist to it, which is just making it all the better. So we want to thank you so very much for being our special guest this evening and talking with us. And we'd love to have you back anytime that you got anything new and upcoming. Let us know, and we'll have you back on so you can catch everyone up.
Yes, definitely. Thank you very much. It was great to talk to you.
Oh, likewise. And take care, you guys. Have a great weekend, and I'm sure we'll be in touch real soon.
All right, Dawn. Nice talk to you.
Same here. Take care, Randy and Chris.
All right, take care.
All right, bye.
Yeah.
We've been speaking with Randy and Chris from Linus The Moon. Love the name of that band, by the way, Linus The Moon. Great guys, and if you have not had a chance, if you've never heard of Linus The Moon, well, guess what? You're getting ready to hear their latest song in just a moment. But also, if you want to check them out, You can find them on, they've got a website, linusthemoon.com. Linus, just like Linus from Charlie Brown. Linus The Moon. And also they're on Facebook. You can also follow them on Twitter at Linus The Moon. They're just about everywhere. They've got all their music over on SoundCloud. Just go search for them, and you'll be able to check out their music. But right now I want to play for you their latest song that they're promoting called Anonymous. And when I heard this the first time, I was like, whoa, these guys are so good. So anyway, here's Linus The Moon and Anonymous.
Never did want to show, and all the times you could have just let me go. In your heart I painted my past. You always gave me the reasons till I'd show. Only a fool could take you for granted. If I gave you a seed you were planting, ever watch it grow.
Linus The Moon and Anonymous. And, again, if you like that, you can check them out over at SoundCloud. They've got all their music over there. Great band, great stuff. And that was called Anonymous. All right, that is going to wrap our show for this evening, folks. And, of course, we're on the eve of the weekend, and it is upon us. We will be right back here on Saturday night at 7 p.m. Eastern for our Indie Artist Showcase. And you never know, you might be hearing that song from Linus The Moon or something else from Linus The Moon. But rest assured, they'll be in the mix of music we'll be playing songs by all your favorites. And we've got some new music this week from some of your favorite indie bands that we've been showcasing here. So we're excited about that. So you want to tune in Saturday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern, and the party gets started then. So hope you can make it. All right, that is going to do it for this evening, and I hope that you have a great weekend. Again, we want to say a huge thank you to our special guests, Linus The Moon, Chris, and Randy, for being with us, and also thanks to all of you for joining us as well. And with that, have a great weekend all. Enjoy your Friday, and we'll see you right back here again on Saturday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern for Indie Artist Showcase. Take care. Good night.
Hey, you. Yeah, you, the one listening to this. Go to Stitcher.com and download the free app. It's a free app that lets you listen to our show 24/7, 365, anytime you'd like. You don't ever have to miss another episode again. And you can listen to thousands more shows and stations just like ours. So go now. Download it to your mobile devices, your Androids, your iPhones, your iPads, whatever you got. It's Stitcher.com, and it's free. Thanks for listening to tonight's show. You can connect with Jammin Jukebox Radio Show on Twitter at Jammin Jukebox or on Facebook at Jammin Jukebox Radio Show. Check out our website at thejamminjukebox.com. Also, follow us on Blog Talk, where you will be always up to date on every episode as we add it. Each episode is available for immediate download upon the conclusion of each broadcast, and as always, on iTunes. Thank you for joining us.